Forgiato on him. On his head, put a water on me, know the soccer fiend. Me and cash changer holding me. Don't mislead her. I can get it a lot cheaper. Had a chance, I wouldn't do nothing different. I just keep around and scold me back for business. Watch what you say, you know the streets listen. I threw my own rocks at the pen. I roll it on me, that's the presidential. Don't the number come with it. Ain't hard to people know you artificial. Can't keep around and scold me back for business.
But the cheese, man. Wanna feature me, man. In my phone like I know, man. Saying Tigo, we gon' pay your fee, man. You know I can't do this for free, man. Understood. Got a bag on you, I could do it. Otherwise, music come to you. It's on my dolo, made it happen. No excuses. Spilling knowledge up my noggin, I'm confused. Woo. Living legend, don't confuse it. Woo. Got that work and then I moved it. Woo. Put that to the music. Woo. OG business. Yeah, I got it, buddy. They wanna take it from me, but I'm
right around with One with Forgiato on him. On his head, put a water on me, know the soccer fiend. Me and cash changer holding me. Take, don't mislead her. I can get it a lot cheaper. Had a chance, I wouldn't do nothing different. I just keep around and scold me back for business. Watch what you say, you know the streets listen. I threw my own rocks at the pen. I roll it on me, that's the presidential. Don't the number come with it. Ain't hard to people know you artificial. Can't keep around and scold me back for business. Bad, that one out of this. A lot of cash help me clear my mental. Break my wrist, tryna whip a bill. I got a recipe, it's confidential. The E's dropping on me, tryna clone. Stand up, pulling up, and alone. Rich roller with the stone. I mail him to you, send him for the distance. And there was at a stone. Medusa had him having on the charm. Stick with me and the drop six. Pop him like I'm Al Capone. Me and cash changer holding me. Come a lot cheaper. We are not equal. I told you. Forgiato on him. On his head, put a water on me, know the soccer fiend. Me and cash changer holding me. Take, don't mislead her. I can get it a lot cheaper. Had a chance, I wouldn't do nothing different. I just keep around and scold me back for business. Watch what you say, you know the streets listen. I threw my own rocks at the pen. I roll it on me, that's the presidential. Don't the number come with it. Ain't hard to people know you artificial. Can't keep around and scold me back for business.
They say revenge is a dick.
Welcome, everyone. It's time for NBA action. Coming to you, Greg. Midway into this season, sometimes a team can get hot and turn it on. What are some of the causes of that?
You know, often teams can reach that tipping point with how they play. It all comes together in a hurry, and they make a run. But that's the exception, Kevin, not the rule.
So here's Miami's starting group. Herbert Jones is out there with Derek White. And it's Garbage Man, and it's Thunder, and it's George missing. And it's Jones with the ball for Miami. Shot clock at 6. To the middle, here's White, and that comes off the assist by Jones. White's got the game going with his first points of the game for the Heat. Here's George from deep three-point land, and Jones pulls it down. First quarter, just over a minute played. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And Coach Derek White spent his first 4.5 seasons with the Spurs and Coach Greg Popovich, who did a lot to boost his confidence.
Yeah, Kevin, White was a late first-round pick. He's a humble guy, very hard-working. I don't even think he realized he could be this good.
First one falls for him. Well, the Miami Heat have always been in contention, Stan, for the East, and you've worked in the organization. Why is that?
Well, look, Kevin, I'll admit to a bit of a bias here, but they have a great coach, maybe the best in the league. He's been there since 2008. That consistency and continuity really helps, and this team expects themselves to win no matter what they go through.
Carries it from three-point range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
From outside the arc, it's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Pass to the dude. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Houston needs to get a shot. George, no good.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Stolen. To the wing right side. 18 feet out. And that's good off the glass that time.
Oh, nice job there from Holgram. His guys appreciate when they're open, he gets them the ball.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. White the pass to Garbage Man. Now here's White. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. Jones, no luck. They set the pick. Fires from deep. Here's the dude, and he bangs it home with one hand.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Inside, Garbage Man, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Great use of the bounce pass there. You gotta love that.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Now we have a moment to see the best rebounding teams in the league. In fourth, the Heat.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
Last outing for Miami, it was a loss to the Nuggets.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
And being slow on your rotations is a killer. There's not a team in the league that won't punish you for that.
So it's Miami now. After the miss from Chet Holmgren. Great look, but off the mark. In the corner, George with it. Pass to Mr. Clutch. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First free throw is good. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
Now here's White. Into the lane, and White slams it in.
Well, you know, White is quietly one of the league's most effective finishers on the drive.
Pass to the dude. Now, here's Holmgren. And some nice passing there by Houston. George with the ball. Just 5 to shoot. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And, Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And, Kevin, well-deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city, plus he's already got a street named after him.
Miami shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. Last outing for Houston, it was a loss to the Nuggets in Ball Arena. Pass to the dude. Holmgren with a screen on Jones. And he drives in.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Another shot, and that's 2 points on the layup. 8 points for him.
And if I'm his coach, I'm very pleased with this kind of energy on the offensive glass. Textbook play.
White inside. Thunder. It's rebounded by Houston. Out to the wing, to the paint.
Now to check out some of the numbers for Thunder. And, of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in blocks per.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. So both teams changing it up here. Good on both. And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. The Rockets making a switch here. Reza Shea checked in. Miami leading by 3. Pass to Thunder. Right at the free throw line. Yep, that one goes in there.
That's just poor defense there. You can't give up these kind of looks from the mid-range.
For Houston, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Here's Red Hot, and he converts the layup.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
So it's Miami now. The Rockets making the shot. Here is Garbage Man. 11 points for him in that last game against Denver. Thunder. And he goes in for the dunk.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
Here's Red Hot. 8 points his last outing. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
The Heat have gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. Here's Thunder. Off target from outside.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
Driving in.
Just shook his man loose with a crafty play inside.
And then the dunk just tops it off beautifully. There's a minute 47 left here in the opening quarter. Pass to Garbage Man. Here's B. Clock at 6. Jacks up a 3. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
There's Red Hot. Del Negro defending. It's deflected. 1:05 left in the first. Fades and shoots. Ramos can't hit. Rockets trail by 4. A floater. Del Negro pulls it in. Miami's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. To the left side wing. Here's Thunder. True on the 14-footer. Thunder's got 5 points so far.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Miller, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Shoot 2.
That one is off. And he sinks the second. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Del Negro. Still scoreless. And stolen by Miller. And here they come. Smooth misses. Here's Ramos. Pass to Garbage Man. Here's Del Negro. And that one released in time, but no good. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Heat lead by. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Heat.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And I've really liked how they've moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
You got the dude. Paul George is out there with Miller. Then there's Holmgren. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Well, Stan, as a former coach, I imagine it has to be hard for you to watch basketball as a fan.
Well, it is. It's very hard, almost impossible. I'm almost always watching from a coach's standpoint, an X and O's standpoint. But I will say, even when I was standing on the sidelines, NBA players are so good that you have fan moments even while you're coaching.
It seems like every game we see something we've never seen before, right?
I can remember turning around to my assistants and saying, "Can you believe that?"
And he's good on the second. Rockets trail by 6. Pass to the dude. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Heat on offense. Outside, White. Here's Thunder, defended by George. Here's Thunder, drains the three-pointer. Thunder's got 8 points.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Now, here is Miller. Here's the dude. There's the three. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
That shot wide open. He's got 12.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
Rockets trail. Miller outside. And it's Miller with the jam.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. White with it. 6 points for him. Pass to B. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Rockets have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. It's picked off. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said, every night I'm on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right at whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Kevin? Wow.
I love it, though, D.A. Got to admit it. Awful powerful. Thank you. And it's White missing. Rockets trail by 5. Here's Holmgren. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And great job from Holmgren. I like when he shows confidence attacking inside.
Here's White. Pass to Ramos. Good ball movement here by Miami. Here's B. Covered by Miller. Here's Ramos. 5 on the clock. Lets it go from deep. And the basket by Thunder. Thunder's got 11 points.
And after not making any threes in the first half, he now has 2 here in the second half. Let's see if he continue to add to that.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Miller. And Miami also making a switch. Jones checked in for Thunder. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. To the inside. Hartenstein can't get it to go. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Heat. 6-point lead. Pass to Ramos. Shoots the 3. Rockets with the rebound. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. And stolen by White. Here's Ramos, defended by George. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today, but you can't make it that obvious.
Here's the dude. He's got 11. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
On defense, the Rockets, 6-point game.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Now Hartenstein. Still yet to score. 5 to shoot. Pass to the dude. B pulls it in. B's got 5 rebounds tonight. There's Ramos. For the 3. The dude grabs the miss.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Now, here's Holmgren. To end the cold streak, and then George with the jam.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Ramos. And a missed layup. Rockets trail by 4. George with the ball. Jones covering. And George, here we go. Uses the glass to finish the layup. George has got his second bucket tonight.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Down low, here's Jones. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Jones has got his first bucket of the night. And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Houston making some changes. Mr. Clutch is checked in for Hartenstein, and Smooth subbed in for George. Then for the Heat, Garbage Man comes in for the closer. And it's Del Negro in for Derek White. Here's the dude. 11 points in the game. Pass to Holmgren. To the inside. Ball stolen. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
And the turnover again by Houston. A moment here now to see the numbers for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Red Hot, he's checked in for the Rockets. Here's Del Negro. Hasn't made one yet. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Rockets trail by 8. Here's Red Hot. He's got 6. 1:58 left to play here in the half. Pass to Garbage Man. Defended by Holmgren. Garbage Man takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. And it's a 10-point Heat lead.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Rockets have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. And some nice passing there by Houston. Drills the three-pointer. 14 points for the dude.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Beyond the arc. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Rockets have gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. Let out the pass to Smooth. Deflects the pass. Pass to Del Negro. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here is Garbage Man. 6 points for him. Just 4 to shoot. They're running on up the court. And with that, the Heat lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Mr. Clutch.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock, and they pick up 2. He's got 19.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now, and even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
To the left wing, here's Red Hot. No good with the triple. And so it's Miami going into the break with a 10-point lead. From beyond the arc, they've been absolutely tremendous. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, you guys are in control right now. How's that happen?
Well, I think...
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
No sloppy passes, no easy giveaways, no big mistakes. They're keeping it tight like Kenny Pants over there, Ernie.
Hey, that's tighter than tight.
You know, it's called form fitting. It's called a Euro cut. Thank you, gentlemen.
And now that we have some time, let's see how the All-Star voting is shaping up.
At times in the past, we've teased the fans for how they voted. But it's not easy, man. There's a lot of talented guys out here. I love to see who's leading so far. Don't give them too much credit, Kenny. Some fans know that.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. The Heat leading by 10. On the floor for Miami, we've got White. He's out there with Herbert Jones. Garbage Man out there with Thunder. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
And so it's Houston with it, following the score by Miami.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of those. Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Here's the dude. Outside, George. Off target from 3-point range.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Rockets trail by 12. Pass to the dude. Back to Holmgren. That shot misses. Excellent D there from George. Floats it up for Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And give credit to Holmgren for jumping all over that opportunity, putting his length to great use.
And so White will bring it up for the Miami Heat. White setting the pick for Jones. Hits it from 3-point range. He's got 24.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Rockets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. This will give them a chance to discuss some potential alterations. All right, Stan, hypothetical situation. Down one, shot clock is off. If you could pick anyone in the NBA, who do you want taking that shot?
Well, I'm going to go back in time a little bit, Kevin. The guy who really made my career for me as a head coach. I'm taking Dwayne Wade. He was the best that I ever saw. Not only did he have the ability to make clutch shots, he managed the game clock as well as anybody I've ever seen.
The situation was never too big for him, was it?
Never was, and he's so smart in addition to being as talented as he was.
Clock at 4. The dude passes to Mr. Clutch. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Mr. Clutch has got 13 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Rockets are making progress. Coach Ime Udoka said it doesn't happen overnight. Changing habits and things like that takes time. Guys learn and grow at a different pace. My thing is getting us all on the same page. They're not that far off. Kevin, they sure look like they're building in the right direction.
David, they are, and some good vets have helped as well. And we thank you for that report.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
The 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Holmgren's got his 4th rebound in this one. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the 3rd. Pass to the dude. Stolen by Jones. To the paint. Out to White. Good on the three-point shot. 30 points in the game.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
George, no good.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
White looking around. Now here's Jones, guarded closely. Pass to George. Here's the dude. From the arc. And it's Miami with the rebound. Garbage Man's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And the basket by Jones. Jones has got his 2nd bucket.
Well, it doesn't get any easier than this. They'll take these shots every time.
Rockets trail by 17. Pass to the dude. A 3-ball. No good that time.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Outside, White. Releases. And there's another one for the Heat.
Well, he's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Outside, George. To end the run. The Rockets again can't hit.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
It's deflected, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants to talk to his guys. So for the Rockets, Miller's checked in for Chet Holmgren. Reza Shea is coming in for George. And Smooth subbed in for the Dude. The Heat also changing it up. B's checked in for Garbage Man. The closer comes in for Jones. And it's Del Negro in for White. Red Hotties checked in for Houston. Here's Smooth. He has yet to score. Bangs home the trifecta.
Well, they're behind, but it's certainly not because of him. He's doing everything he can. He just needs more help from his teammates.
The Heat leading by 16. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for Miami.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And just a great job converting those second chance points as well. They're having a great night getting those second and third shot opportunities.
Stan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the two biggest would be this. I think number one, anytime there was a lack of effort, you're not running back on defense, things like that. That I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again. And then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those were things that were hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. It's got to be just, excruciating.
Frustrating as heck.
Here's Smooth, still without a basket. Another miss by Houston. Here's B, covered by Miller. Pass to Thunder. There's the triple. It's not going to go for him.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
Right wing. Here's Mr. Clutch. He's got 16. 1:11 left in the third quarter. Pass to Ramos. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Here's Smooth. Here's Red Hot. Del Negro defending. With the break in the action, let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been dialed in defensively this month. In fourth, the Heat.
What a month they've had defensively. I mean, they've really gotten after it on that end of the floor.
And that one misses. Hartenstein, he's checked in for the Rockets. And that trip coming up empty. Thunder passes to Del Negro. To the wing on the left. Pass to B. Three-pointer. The Rockets pull it in. Here's Red Hot. Off the mark, and the drought continues. Here's Del Negro. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. Miami shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Not a strong suit for this group, just around 71%.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Miami ahead, opening up a huge gap. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Toyota Center. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Isaiah Hartenstein is out there with Holmgren. Then it's George. Then there's Smooth. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
Here's Garbage Man. Not going to go that time.
Yeah, credit the defense there, not allowing the easy layup.
Pass to Holmgren. I've heard some talk about this idea, Stan. What do you think about adding a one-on-one tournament to the All-Star Weekend?
Wow, Kevin, I love that idea. And if you could get the better players to play, I think there would be some serious interest in that from fans and some great competition among the players.
We see it every night in the NBA. That's what we all crave for, right? We want to see the biggest names against each other.
Yeah, every night we want to see the best players one-on-one against the other great players in the league.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And George is a phenomenal catch-and-shoot player. Measuring the shot before receiving the pass, you can't guard that.
Pass to Del Negro. And it's denied. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Jones checked in for Thunder. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Jones against George. 6 to shoot. Jones, the pass to Garbage Man. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 3 assists now in this one. Rockets trail by 21. Greg, we've heard some veteran players and coaches say the league is skewing too young.
Well, because of the salary cap, you're often forced to play some younger guys, and they don't quite have a feel for the game yet. So possibly the product suffers, but it also gives you a chance to develop these young players in your system.
And Miami has possession. Paul George missing from long range. No good from Del Negro.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
And George gets it to go.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Now here's White. They set the pick. The three-pointer is right on target. And the Heat lead by 21.
Well, for obvious reasons, this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in White running the pick and roll.
Holmgren sets the screen for Hartenstein. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
Here's White. Pass to B. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, look, if you're trying to slow down White, you first have to match his activity level.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for White. In recent history, GA, we've seen some so-called redshirt rookies really thrive in their first season.
Oh, great call, partner. Blake Griffin, Joel Embiid, Chet Holmgren, the latest, were all forced to sit out their first year, but they got to be around the team, soak up as much knowledge as possible, and you can't really argue with the results.
We've seen the NBA feature several overseas games, Greg, the last couple years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. And nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person and expanding that opportunity, always a plus.
George, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Thunder's checked in for the Heat. Rockets trail by 21. Pass to Mr. Clutch. Here's the 3. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
Miami's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's B. Inside. And White slams it in.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Houston's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Out to the right wing. Mr. Clutch misses the 3.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
He's a true team-first guy. White is all about finding the team the best scoring chance he can.
The Rockets have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And the league limiting players from making public trade demands, which I guess makes sense. That's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot. Keeps a player's trade value high, which helps the team they're leaving.
He hits the second from the line.
And something to like about Holmgren is his ability to run the floor. A 7-footer who can get up the court in a hurry and get to the rim before the D gets set.
Now here's White. And a miss there on the triple. Holmgren finds George. To the middle. And it's George finishing it off.
And holding nothing back there, George gives the dunk his all.
The Heat leading by 19. Pass to White. Here's Thunder, defended by George. Three-pointer. And the 3-ball is good. And he's got 41.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Here's the dude. And it's Houston with another.
And not only is he putting up the numbers, but he's doing it at a very efficient rate. Exactly when his team needs it.
Now here's White. Garbage man. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. A chance now for a 3-point play. That one on Holmgren. And the league clearly focused on making regular season games matter. Right? You think more steps are coming?
Well, let's give the league credit because they've left no stone unturned. The play-in, the in-season tournament, the 65 games rule, all implemented with that in mind.
Now, here's George. Shot clock at 5. Pass to the dude. Good D by Jones. The Heat leading by 22. Now White. There's the pick. To the inside. Garbage man with the bucket.
Well, the defense wasn't really bothered by the screen, but he still managed to convert.
And so George will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Pass to Holmgren. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. And the dunk by Holmgren.
Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. Outside, White. Takes a 3. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. Houston's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Heat.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
Pass to Mr. Clutch. Down low. .36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Can't connect from 13 feet out. On offense, here are the Rockets. Houston moving the ball around. And the dunk by Holmgren.
I like when Holmgren's teammates take advantage of his length. Perfect alley-oop.
There's 21 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And Miami can just let the clock run down here. Now here's White. He's covered closely. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us tonight on 2K Sports. And now we present our player of the game.